All right, y'all. We're going to one take wonder. This shouldn't be a long video. I just want to get in here, give you some information, get you out of here. Listen, don't fall for the okie doke, okay? I'm sorry I've been gone for like a week. Had a lot of life happening, but I came here today to tell you guys, I know the market looks crazy. I know everybody was anticipating October would be bullish. People are like, oh, equities, all-time highs. We're going to keep rocketing. Everything's going to rocket. Listen, I understand that it's really easy to want to jump into the thing that's popping off, right? People are looking at gold making all-time highs every 45 minutes, right? Even silver. And like I said with equities, right? People are making great money there. I want you to understand that good investors, fairly okay investors, and terrible investors are all going to crowd into what they see money is, already bullish and moving off of, right? Those guys are chasing the momentum. And everything is great about chasing momentum, whether it's in gold or even Bitcoin or whatever, right? Until you realize that the real gains were made when things weren't looking super hot, right? So the gold trade, it's crowded right now. It is crowded. I can remember talking to a buddy of mine, shout out to Liv. I remember talking to him, golly, at this point it might have been like 18 months ago, a year ago, and he was like, yeah, gold, I believe that we'll see gold within the next couple of years be $5,000. And I'm like, you sound insane. Like, that would be like doubling the price. What do you mean? And he was like, just wait. I've already got my position. I know what I'm doing. Just like, watch. People like him are the ones who are really making the great money in this extremely strong blow off top that we're seeing, right? But don't fall for the okie doke. Now is the time when you should be the most excited because your dollar is giving you more bang for your buck. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to look you in your face with my mama voice on. Do not get discouraged just because you see other people are partying. Because what happens, right? Ask yourself intelligent questions. What happens whenever the gold trade is like, yeah, it's great. Equities, yeah, it's great. Midterms are coming, so the equity market, yeah, it's probably going to keep grinding up a little bit higher. Keep going. Sure, we'll see some pullbacks, but, this is just kind of the nature of the game. Nobody wants to see the market dump off right before midterms because then, that comes with a whole host of problems for the next 2 years of the presidency that he doesn't want to have to deal with. Conversation for another day. But think about it like this, right? What happens when the people who made great money with gold and, even with equities, when they start saying the juice isn't really worth the squeeze, we're not moving like we were at one point. Everybody's already got their positions on. It's crowded. Everybody's good to the upside. The whole point of investing, the whole point of putting your money somewhere, right, is for you to be able to exploit situations where there's asymmetry. What does that mean? That means when there's too many people doing one thing, the person who's contra at the right time, under the right conditions, is going to make a king's ransom every single time. When 90% of the people are long on gold, on the S&P, on whatever, don't you think it would make sense for somebody to say, I could take a portion of my profits and double my dose by simply being short, right? Yes, gold is going up because of extremely careless monetary policy, extremely careless fiscal spending, causing, it's just, I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here because, like I said, I'm already 4 minutes in. I want this video to be less than 20. What I need you to understand is there's a time and a place, and the higher up the value of any asset goes that's, uncapped, right? Because gold, you can just go dig in the ground. They're going to find it, and the rate at which you can find it, that's the inflation for gold, right? That's how much it's increasing in supply every single year. We keep digging in the earth. We keep finding more gold. At a certain point, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. But you are an intelligent investor, right? Not in the Benjamin Graham sense, right? In a more modern sense, you can see that there is a fixed supply of Bitcoin. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. I talk with my hands. I pound the table. That's how I go. You know how I do. But you know that there's a fixed supply. There's only ever going to be 21 million coins, and 4 or 5 million of them are lost and will never be recovered, right? Keep buying. Stick to your habits and have discipline. The people who have discipline today are the same people who are going to be partying in 5-10 years when their bag has 10x'd. Okay? I need you to focus. We're not here to look, and get distracted and look at all the, oh, this is sexy. Look at that gold. It's so shiny. Oh my God. Look at this Nvidia stock. Oh my, look at these new IPOs that are coming. No. Focus. Okay? Every time that Bitcoin drops, you're getting a better price than you would have if it went up. And when you really lock in and you start understanding what it is that you own, you're going to be happier that Bitcoin's price is suppressed because it gives you the opportunity to stack at a better price, to not, bump up your average cost like crazy as it's rocketing to the moon. And I promise you, it may not be today. It may not even be tomorrow. It might not even be at the end of this year or next year, but there will be a time in the future. And I'm going to watch this video back on this channel. There will be a time in the future where you look and you say, oh my God, thank goodness I kept piling my savings into Bitcoin. Thank goodness I did it. I'm not saying you have to go 100% into Bitcoin. I am. You don't have to do what I do. But what I am saying is this. That extra money, right? Maybe you go 80% into Bitcoin and 20% you're trading so that way you can have even more money to be able to put into Bitcoin. That's great. I think that's a fantastic idea. It works, right? Better for you to click a couple buttons on your screen and make money than to go out and hustle and spend all your time, doing something else that gives you less ROI, right? That's not the purpose though. The purpose of all of this is to say, I need you to make sure that you don't get shaken out and don't get rocked to sleep. And don't get, don't allow outside influences to impact your mission and your vision. That's the big point. That's the culminating idea of this video, y'all. It's going to look scary. We have the same situation happening now that we saw in April, and people are acting like it's brand new or like they don't know how the story unfolds. We just watched it happen, right? Yes, the economy is slowing down. People don't want to talk about it. I've been saying the same thing even since Joe Biden changed the definition of what a recession is, right? We have to keep our eyes on the prize. We're stacking and we are becoming a part of the ownership class. That is the penultimate, most important thing that you are doing in your financial life and your financial future. Do not look left. Do not look right. Do not get swayed by incendiary headlines that you see on the news. If it's bothering you enough to want to sell your stack and you're getting scared, don't watch the news anymore. Just don't watch it. Like the sun will rise again tomorrow and you will be fine. But we have to make sure that we stay true to what we agreed to, right? We have to stick to our goals. We have to stick to our foundational principles, which is, right? Number one, we want to make sure that we get a piece of something. We need to own something because it's not what you make. It's not even just what you keep. It's what you own, right? Anybody who's super wealthy in this nation, in this world, they all are a part of the ownership class. And you can also be a part of that ownership class to a lesser degree. All you have to do is lock in. I don't want to hear you saying, well, Hunter, it's a little bit scary out here and the tariffs and, there's a lot of civil unrest. Cold storage, don't really want to hear it. Cold storage, I need you to focus, okay? So I keep repeating the same thing over and over again because sometimes y'all got to hear it multiple times to believe in me and to believe in you and to believe in what you're doing here. Like this is so much bigger than just simply plop money in, number go up, we're having a good time, right? We are literally changing the trajectory of our bloodline financially. So let the articles roll. Let them scare everybody else out of the trade. But I can tell you with absolute abject certainty and confidence that when that money starts to roll over out of gold and when we start loosening monetary policy and we start printing again, because it's going to happen inevitably, rates are coming down. They're talking about now, I think I just saw earlier, I don't know who it was that said it, and I don't have enough, or I don't want to spend the time searching for it here and having to edit it in, but they're saying 25 basis points ain't enough. We know how this story goes. We watched it happen. Like, if you're scared, number one, go to church. But number two, pick up a book. Like, read about historically what happens when monetary policy gets loose. Then, after you read about it, I need you to go and open up Bitcoin's chart and line up, right? Go through history. You can ask ChatGPT if you're lazy, if you're, actually really committed to it. Do some research yourself online. Look at the times whenever we had quantitative easing and quantitative tightening throughout the course of Bitcoin's lifetime. And then you tell me, based off of what you see, right? In the macro, based off of what you see, what do you think this chart is going to look like when that happens? I don't need to try to convince you. The numbers are in front of you. So lock in. That's all I got to say. I don't want to make this super long. You guys know what to do. And for those of you who are still steadfast and you've been hyped and you bought the dip, you know what? Salutes to you. And we're going to have fun partying on your yacht. You're paying for my lobster on your yacht, but we're going to have a good time with it. We have to, keep our eyes on the prize, and we have to keep telling our friends and family members, like, listen, it's not too late, but it will be one day. And you're going to look back and you're going to say, oh. And for the people who are saying, well, I think Bitcoin's going to go down to 60K. Yeah, before, you know what? It's 11 minutes in this video, but before I leave, for the people who are saying, spreading all this, BS and saying, well, Bitcoin's going to 69K, it's going to 50K, it's going to 9K, there's a CME gap, Shut up, bro, shut up. It doesn't matter. Even if it does drop that low, great, we get a better entry price, but that shouldn't stop people. If you are trying to make purchases, if you are trying to buy today, our president currently is one of the largest holders of Bitcoin in America. Do you honestly, genuinely believe that a freaking penny pinching, money hungry, just mammonist individual like him would ever throw that much of his money, whether it's directly or indirectly, because obviously, right, it's through his company. But do you think that he would actually spend the time and effort and energy putting all of his money there, building out this infrastructure for crypto, if he didn't believe that down the line it was going to be worth more than it is today? Like, all thoughts aside, whether you're pro-Trump or anti-Trump, you know the man loves money. You know it. You know he does. And you know he has more information than you do. Like, everything, I can't spell it out for you. And if you think that, oh, well, I'll just wait until it dips further, good luck. Maybe it does dip further and you're able to get the perfect entry. Maybe. But also, what if it doesn't? What are you going to do? You listen to those people talking about a CME gap at 9K and you missed all this opportunity. And also, right, maybe the price does dip, but there's still going to be less Bitcoin available every day. Every day. While I'm speaking right now, billions and billions of dollars are moving and just swirling around, taking up all that capital, right? Because Bitcoin is carnivorous, man. Whatever value is being extracted from one asset class, when it gets parked into Bitcoin, it doesn't usually leave. It's a liquidity sponge. And you have to make sure that you get your piece of the pie, because nobody's going to wait for you. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Nobody's going to say, oh, you poor thing, we warned you for 6 years, but here's some sats so you can feel better. Nobody's going to do that. You're just going to be part of the permanent underclass. Like, that's the writing on the wall. So I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to make another video in like 30 seconds, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this whole underclass thing, because I keep bringing it up, and I've actually had people reach out to me and be like, Hunter, can you kind of explain, like, what do you mean by, like, the classes, or, there's separation? What's happening here? So with that, you know what I'm saying? This video was short and sweet and to the point. I want you to stay focused. You can do this, and you are changing your life. Future you right now is hype at the computer, looking at his or her net worth and saying, damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. So with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday. Today's Thursday? Is today Thursday? Oh my God. Well, if it's not, I don't know. But I hope you're having a fantastic day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, however you are. I hope it's okay. And until next time, all right? Peace.